Hi guys, Cindy with Junkbox Studio. Thanks for joining me today. And I'm going to be making a carrot. It is kind of I like to call it a primitive carrot because I love primitives, but it also has kind of a farmhouse feel to it. And so it's a really easy pattern here, just a kind of a rough draft of a carrot, and it's a no-sew. Because I'm using this heavy canvas, it lends really well to the hot gluing. And here's the polyfill. I really like this brand of stuffing because it is easy to maneuver and it stays where you put it. It doesn't move around. You can get it really anywhere. I think I got this one at Walmart, but you can get it on Amazon as well, I believe. But I just like how it feels, and it's not clumpy inside of the project, so it works really well. I like it. And here is the folk art coffee bean acrylic paint, just a cheap orange, and also the folk art plain white paint. And I'm starting out light. I didn't want to go with the standard orange color. I wanted to kind of tone it down and give it a different, a different feel to it, with like a rustic. And so if I start light, that way I can build onto it later instead of having to go back and cover it up. So this is just a first light coat of the white and orange mixed together. So now I want to start building with the orange, that's just the true orange, and I'm just kind of creating a little bit of shadows and also some of the like the stripes that go across the carrot, kind of the natural variations that you would find, but not too much of the orange. I think it's just enough. And so guys, you know by now how much I love my coffee bean acrylic paint and creating anything to look aged. And so here we are going around the edges just lightly. Once again, you can always add to, but you can never take away with when it comes to acrylic paint. So I am just kind of being pretty gingerly with this shadowing and stuff, and then eventually I kind of go across the entire thing, and I kind of pick it up a little bit here and there with like a paper towel, and you'll see how I do that here in a minute. So here I am sanding this paint down a little bit, and if you scrunch it up, you get those wrinkles and sand over the top of those wrinkles, and so it creates these really neat lines or variations across the top. And it's one of my favorite things to do. Again, I love using this canvas because it's so sturdy and rugged that you can do virtually anything to it and it won't tear or anything like that. So, and this is a score I got this weekend, that bunny stamp. I think I got it for like 50 cents at the thrift store, and it's pretty rare to find a good, like a modern image stamps, because they usually tend to be like, kind of funky, like 80s country stamps at the thrift store. So I got really lucky when I found this, and that was the Tim Holtz paint or ink, and it's just in a brown. I used 2 different types of brown because I wanted to really make sure that the ink was going to go on there pretty dark. And so I'm just using a glue stick and putting that down on a chipboard. This is another score I got at the same thrift store. It's a Tim Holtz paper cutter, and it's such a great little compact size. I think I got it for like $1.99, and the blade still works, and man, I really love this little paper cutter. Okay, so now I am using that hole punch, and for some reason I always punch those holes offset, but I'm not going to worry about it. I know once I get everything put together, it's not going to matter in the end. So I'm going to just round off those corners a little bit. And now I'm taking that Tim Holtz ink again and using a little like stomper and just applying the ink around the edges. I really like this application the best. I used to just go around the edge with the actual ink pad, and I found it was a little harsh, and you couldn't really control where the ink was going to go. So this I really, really like. It just looks really nice. I'm using a 19 gauge wire for the hanger, and I'm going to cut that in half, double it up, and then twist it just to give it a little bit of, so it's a little bit more substantial than a single wire. I got the greenery here at the Dollar General for $3 a piece, and it's really nice. I love this green. It's so pretty. And so I thought it would work best with the muted orange of the carrot. And I have some ribbon in mind that I want to use with it, so I chose this one. So I'm twisting that wire around itself a little bit just to give it a little bit of character. Here's that green ribbon I was talking about that goes nicely with the greenery, and I'm just adding it in with some other pieces. I'll be showing you here in just a minute exactly what types of lace that I'm using. So I was watching a fellow crafter, and she was laying out her ribbon in this crisscross pattern, and I thought it was a really great idea. And the way that she described it is that when it's varied like this, it hangs in a certain way once it's all tied together, and it does make a difference. So I end up taking that tag off and redoing it. Instead of hanging over the front of the ribbon, I wanted it to hang underneath the ribbon because I will be adding a button later. And what project isn't complete without a button? I really like to thread through the button, and I just think it adds kind of a finished touch, and they're just so much fun. There's so much you can do with buttons. Well guys, that's it for today. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!